Welcome to a brand new day. My name is Montivino Valentine. I am the co-founder of the Pride FX movement. Now, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, hit the like button as well as the notification bell so that you can receive future videos we do have on this channel. Last but not least, you are also a part of the family once you have joined, so you won't be feeling out in another community. Here we do discuss forex, we do analyze together, and most of all, many of the people within the Pride FX family does also send signals, so you will also be helped by the people and also getting a review from some people who are using different systems. Now today we are reviewing the sniper trading system by Rishijay. Now it is a very unknown name. Most of you wouldn't have known about him, but a very good trader. And I also have to do an honest review. Like I said from yesterday, I am trying something new, but I would like many people to know my honest opinion about certain systems. Okay, so let's do a review and then we're going to make sense out of how to use the system. Okay, so the first thing is, what I like is that you do get instructions. Let me bring up the instructions and explain to you what the instructions say. So when you do have instructions, you at least have the benefit of knowing how to use the system. Now, if you do not have any of that sort, you would need someone that has used the system to give you a detailed review. Most of the times, it's always better to get the information from the user themselves. If you're getting it from somewhere else, it's going to be a bit of a struggle before you do see profit. Please remember that. Okay, so let's get into the instructions before we look at the system. Now, this is the updated system of Sniper Rishijay trading system. What is new? They have added created golden line that helps to decide make or break level for ongoing trend. That's a nice thing. If you had a golden line that can tell you that the trend has been broken, at least that you know that it's no more a sell trend or it is a buy trend. At least you know that the trend is reversing into the opposite direction or it's going into consolidation. Then the second one, MACD cloud trading with absolutely new MACD indicator that enables simply cloud based trading with ease. Now what the MACD does basically, guys, is that it's giving you a cloud that's explaining to you that if the market is red, the cloud is red, you should expect a sell trend. If you are looking at the green, you should be expecting a buy trend. And then let's move on. Trading rules made more simplified. Okay, before that, more visual trend indication immediately by looking at cloud color and gold line possible. So what this guy is saying is that he's making it much more easier for you to see the cloud, and also so that you can see when it touched that golden line, you should be expecting that the trend is breaking out into a new trend, or if it's a sell trend, you should be expecting a breakout of that sell trend. And then let's look at the simplified trading rules. Number one is that the MACD cloud, if it is above the golden line, then you should be expecting a buy. Okay, so bar color blue that matches with the color and indicator color in separate lower indicator panel. So just like I said, buy arrow appears on the chart. So when you do receive a buy signal, at least you know that you are going for a buy. Okay, and then sell signal, it should be below the golden line so that you can anticipate that it is a confirmation of a sell trend. So I won't be going through every single thing. I'll just simplify the information that we do have from the instructions. Then last but not least, they did leave you a note: have profitable, precise and simplified, accurate, non-repainting forex trading with Sniper Rishijay trading system. FX attached image, click to enlarge. So when someone does send you a picture of how the system looks, this is what the system looks like. At least you know what you have bought. Okay, at least that's the least that someone can do for you. If you have decided to buy a system and someone sends you a picture, at least when you're adding all these indicators, you have some sort of understanding that you have bought the system from the original owner, at least. Because nowadays people are mixing systems together so that you can actually buy from them, and then you find out the system doesn't look exactly as what you have bought, or you have seen the system somewhere else and it just doesn't look the same as what the original owner is using. So that's a nice thing if someone has so much confidence in showing you the picture of what their system looks like. Okay, let's get into the system. And so what I like about the system, guys, is that you are going to get a lot of indicators. So you can see here on my left panel that we do have a lot of indicators coming with this strategy, right? And most of all, this is just my opinion, when there is so many stuff mixed together, is that it normally just doesn't work out. Now, the second thing I did find out about the system is that we are seeing some stuff from FX Sniper, right? So there we can see that's a FX Sniper indicator. We do have Lucas Arrow, we have MJ's indicator, we have a profitable strategy _9. So all these indicators has been mixed from somewhere else. Now, I won't be going deep into that. As I said yesterday, when I do find recycled systems, I do get some sort of frustrated, or you can say angry, because it's just a waste of money to buy things that someone else has sent someone else for free. You understand? And that's where I'm coming from. Okay, but let's leave that out. We are just going to look at this from Rishijay. If he did say it's an updated version, maybe he found something from somewhere else that does work for him. Okay, so the first thing is, what I like is that when you do have a template with your system, it really helps a lot. And why I say so is because we don't have to drag across every single system or every single indicator that you do have in your panel, in your indicators panel. It's going to take you long, it's going to be rhetorical, and sometimes just boring to continuously add over and over the same indicators. Let's say you want to analyze 10 different currency pairs or 20 different volatility pairs, or you're looking at NAS 100 and you're looking at US 500 and you're looking at so many things to analyze. But the more you drag these indicators over, you're going to possibly lose a signal that was sent. So when someone has a template, it should make it much more easier for you. So with Rishijay, you do get 2 templates, and the first one is One Sniper Rishijay Forex Trading System Professional version 1. Now, the professional version, you need to be at least in an intermediate or an advanced stage of trading. At least you understand what trading is all about. And then he has left you another one, basic version 1. This is basically if you are starting out as a forex trader or you are a beginner, then this would help you a lot when you are trading. At least you can see the visuals of what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to take the professional one, and when we click on it, unfortunately guys, when I clicked on it the first time, this is what appeared. Okay, so leave it down in the comment section if all the indicators came up on your chart. Now, for me, this is a very big disappointment, and why I say it's a very big disappointment is because I want all the indicators to load at once. I don't want to see the errors of the indicators, right? I would like all the indicators to load and look exactly like what the picture looks like. Okay, so unfortunately for us, I have to do it manually, but I've done it before this video so that we don't waste any time or your time on this video. Okay, so when we go onto Euro USD, this is what we are going to see. Now, from my perspective, this is too much information for someone to carry out with the naked eye, right? Let's say I'm spotting for signals. I have over 500 pairs to look at, and I'm looking at something like this. There's a lot of confusion there. The chart looks very small. My first window should always be bigger than all the indicators I add under. So if I have 4 windows, my 4 windows should be much more smaller so that I can read information from my chart as well. Okay, but from what Rishijay is telling us, at least we don't need all this information on our chart. He has given us instructions on what indicators to use. Okay, so the first thing we can do is let's take some of these indicators from our chart. Okay, this is a simpler way to take indicators from your chart so that you don't waste time. So I really don't need the TMA slope through. I really don't need it because it's not something that I would say is confirmation, right? So I'm going to delete that, and I'm also going to delete the FX prime. Okay, so let's delete FX prime and just a few other windows so that we can at least see what is going on. Let's just delete all of this, and we can also go on our chart, and basically what we want is the few that we know would work for ourselves, right? So this is the one that we need, custom indicator, and so we're just going to click OK, and this is what I'm speaking about. It's already wasting time on the video for me to re-add it. So you can imagine when you are spotting for trades in the morning, maybe you don't have time and you're just looking for quick trades, and you're running into these problems. It's going to be a lot of work for you to come back, right? And so let's see what we can find. So I'm just going to add a few of these indicators on. Like I said, a lot of indicators, you get confused with which ones were actually the ones that you were using. So let's get this one on the line, and let's get the touch line. Let's see what this brings up. So this is one that we need. This one we don't actually need, so I'm going to delete that from my chart window. This one I also don't really need from my perspective. And what we are actually looking for is the cloud indicator. So let's find the cloud indicator, and then we can continue. So let's see if it's Hammer system. Maybe this one. Let's look at Lucas curves. Let's look at MACD. Let's look at MJ. Profitable strategy. Histogram. And so this is what I was actually looking for. So we can delete this indicator window. We can delete that indicator window. Now, on top, I haven't deleted anything as yet, but from the top already, we can expect something of the same sort, right? It's a lot of confusion already looking at your main chart. Okay, one of the things that I really like is the resistance levels. So that I would leave if I'm looking for places that are confirmation for my sell trades. Okay, so we can delete some of these things because we don't really need all these things on our chart. So what we can do is, for you not to waste time, go into your indicator list, and what you can do also is just delete some of these things, right? It's better to have less than more, because when you have more, you're confusing yourself when you're using these indicators. And so I'm going to leave it like that. One thing we can bring up is maybe the trend bars, because I have seen the template look something sort of like this. So what this helps you do, guys, is that when you are looking for those sell trades, it definitely tells you that when it's this dark green color, it's telling you that the market is moving in a sell trend very fast, right? When it is pink, it's telling you that the market is actually consolidating, so you shouldn't be expecting a lot of movement, or it's moving very slow in the direction that you would want the chart to move in, right? So green and pink goes alike on the sell side, and on the blue side we can see that it is a buy. Okay, so you don't really need the color coordination. I think what you should be focusing mainly on is the MACD tape, right? And the MACD tape is the cloud that they are speaking about, and in this cloud you can see where you do get your signals, right? So the touch line is not always going to correspond with this cloud, and the reason why I say so is from two different strategists and also two different creators. Different creators have different perspectives of how they look at the market. So if you are someone that likes trading basically with long-term trading, then when you create your system, it's going to be for long-term trading. And when you are a short-term trader, you're going to create a system for scalping, right? And that's just how the mind works. So from my side, let's delete this indicator, and we're only going to be focusing on what the instructions has told us to do. Okay, so what the instructions told us to do is that when we see a blue dot, right, a blue dot appear, we should be expecting a buy, right? And when that buy crosses over here, we can see that now the golden line is actually turning blue. So when that line turns blue, you should be more confident in taking those buy trades, right? If you do see it over here, remember that it's below that level. So it's below the golden line. So below the golden line means that we are looking for that sell trend, right? And when it's above, we are looking for that buy trend. It's a break out of the trend. Remember, like what the instruction said is that when the market is in that break, in that golden line, we should be expecting a breakout or consolidation depending, right? And so we can see that over there when it broke out, we can also see what is actually going on over there. So the breakout started over here, and we can see from there the market continued to go up until this point has occurred, right? And when that point occurs, like the PDF says, be much more careful, because the market could still be going up and then eventually dropping below. So we can see over there market went into consolidation, just like I said, and we can see from there another breakout into a buy. So depending on how you're going to use the system, if you are someone that likes catching the market very early, then you can catch that trades immediately when the red dot appears. But if you are someone like me that waits for the breakout of trends, then you would catch the signal a bit later, and you can also look at what is currently happening. So we can see that the market is breaking out, so there is more confidence that the market is in a downtrend. And even though we have lost the signal, at least when it turned green again, we can see from where our stop loss was hit, right? And then when the market turns red over there, like I said, depending on how you feel about the market, you could have taken that sell trade over there, rode the wave down, and from there ride the wave up, depending on your risk factor, how you like trading. If you are an early signal taker, then you would use the dots. If you are one of the people like myself who waits for that confident breakouts, it makes you feel much more confident, then you would take it as soon as the market has crossed over or in between the golden line. Okay, that's it from me, Montivino Valentine from Pride FX. Hope you have a wonderful day.